in dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flights, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen. Ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flights, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen. Ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean. In the murky depths of life stream. She tears down the walls with the wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean. In the murky depths of life stream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw, leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That woman with the smirk so mean. In the murky depths of live stream.
Hello from me and my mean smirk. How the hell are you? Happy Monday. I missed you guys. I'm sorry I didn't go live yesterday. I don't know what was going on yesterday. It was one of those mornings where like I was waking up and then I'd fall back asleep. And then I'd wake up for 2 minutes and then I'd fall back asleep. And then I feel like I was just kind of floating through the day. I don't know. I was really tired. Foodie is MIA. I don't know if she's in the ER, if she's trying to insert her way back into Slaw's life in Syria. We might actually do a poll so we could talk about that. Puppy update. So you guys know the little Frenchie was adopted, and my daughter was very upset at the women who drove down from San Diego. She was, but there's a positive. So she went and she checked out all the other dogs, and then there was this one Chihuahua mix that she was actually going to take home right then and there. But when he walked past another dog, he started growling, and then he growled at another person. So we're like, okay, we don't know this dog's history. Like, you know, what if it bites somebody? So then she filled out applications on Pet Finder. And then she found a puppy at a shelter, and she went down and she met it. And it's a Jack Russell Terrier mix. It's 5 months old, and she's really, really small. Her name's, well, I'm not going to say it in case anybody tries to beat us to it, but listen, listen. I don't know. These shelters kind of make it hard, and they all do it differently. So, okay. So my daughter gets in this long line, and then there's actually people there in the waiting room, and they're offering to pay people's adoption fees, which I thought was so amazing. So there's people out there trying to clear out this shelters. So that's amazing. There's still good people out there. If you guys are wondering, yes, there are. So anyways, at this one shelter, you have to, I guess, go and see if the dog's been spayed yet. So she hasn't been. So now I believe she's getting spayed today or tomorrow. And then the day after she gets spayed, she goes up for adoption. So keep your fingers crossed for us. She's so cute, you guys. This little puppy is so cute. So A puppy is in the future. Again, it's like, it's one of those things. I don't know. My daughter needs something that chooses her, if that makes sense, all the time, and that belongs to her. And I don't know. I think the older she gets, she's feeling more of an only child, and she wants a dog to sleep in her bed, and she wants a dog that's her best friend. So I was fine with it. However, I rent a house for my parents, and she had to convince them. Luckily, I'm home all the time, so it's not like a puppy's gonna be on the loose all day in the house and nobody's gonna be here. Like, I'm home. I work from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Like, I'm at home. So, anyways, it's all gonna work out. And then there's another dog, just in case the little Jack Russell mix gets adopted. There's another dog too that's supposed to get spayed today or tomorrow. So a puppy is in her future. And boy, can I tell you, I'm excited for the day that I don't have to hear about this at 5 a.m. until she goes to bed. You know how children are. If you have a child, they want what they want and they want it now. And they break you down and they wear you down until you give in and they get exactly what they want. And my daughter is so good at doing that. So good at doing that. Anyways, I'm done yapping. Hold on. Let me say hi to you guys. Lindsay! Eric, hello. I want a puppy, but my Luna's too jealous and she thinks she's the queen of the place. That's how Chachi is. Chachi, like, I don't know. She's all talk. Like my sister's dog, when she comes over, Chachi goes, but like she doesn't do shit, right? She's just like, get away from my bed, get away from my blanket, don't go near my food. But I'm gonna sunbathe with you outside. So I think Chachi can handle another dog. I think she'll be fine. But hello. Hey, Miss Sissy. She is excited. Hey, Nicole. We have 4 cats. Hey, Candy. Jack Russell Terriers are very active, needs tons of extra exercise and mental stimulation. Well, we have a pretty big backyard. And luckily, I'm a walking machine these days. So there's that. Thank you. Hey, Crypta. Lori, I think I saw you come in. Hello, Mandy. Nicole, did I say hi to you? Hello, gorgeous. Hello, Aluminum. Stella, free the people. Hello, hello. Busy day at work today. Is there a Cindy here? Hey, Cindy. I don't know. Your message went away. Good to see you. Hey, Rainbow, GH, Anne. Hello. Sending so much love and so many blessings to Israel. Hello, Boomer, Angela. Mandy, it's going to be one of those days where I say hello to you a million times. Bethany, I have been trying to keep up on WeWard with you and Nicole, like you both. I'm constantly, every time I'm feeling lazy, I check your steps and I'm like, oh, well, I better get my ass into gear. Okay, so this stream, you guys, we don't know what Foodie is doing. I don't know. My money is on an ERBs. She's been looking like death. She's been smelling like death. She's been feeling like death. So there's that. I don't know. We'll see what happens today. If she pops up live with a health emergency update, we're going to snipe it. If she's just in front of her couch farting and slurring and drooling, we might come back tomorrow. I might enjoy today just everybody being out of my hair and out of the house and back in school and back to work. I mean, I really just want to bees today. Do you want to know what my beesing consists of? I want to try and watch reality TV. I have been talking about it for 5 months straight. I am so far behind. I don't know what's happening with any housewives, nothing. So I want to bees today with my dog and watch the housewives. But I say that's what I want to do. And Foodie's going to go live with the health emergency. So I'll probably see you again later. Anyways, the stream is about Foodie, French fried fraud, Amberlynn Reed, all kinds of things. If you are an FFG stan, this might not be the stream for you. Okay, hold on. I have to do this really fast. Yeah. My browser's blocked the screen. I'm so sick of that notification. You can fuck all the way off. You and your mama. Okay. Well, not you listening. The notification that loves to annoy me every single chance it gets. Every day it's going to do this, but that's okay because you know what? I can see everything in all its glory. And I'm so grateful for that. And I love all the colors shining at me when the fans are spinning. I mean, they go from green to blue to pink to purple to yellow. It's a good time, let me tell you. All right. I need to get back to where I was. All right. Now, where did you guys go? Hello. All right. Let me change the background though, because I feel like it's kind of making me dizzy. I wanted people to have visuals on the screen so like they're not bored just listening to me. But the spinning is really spinning. Okay, there we go. That's more my vibe right there. More of a lava lamp style. Spicy, me and my mom. Yeah, but kicked ass last night. I started listening to her, then I fell asleep, but the 5 minutes I heard, she was really, really good. Hold on, I got a cough. Okay, so we know Foodie Beauty was getting a visitor, and then we haven't heard from her since. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. People were wondering if Anime is visiting her, though. What if she's hanging out with Natter? Well, I had it set to where I wanted to be. Oh, I know. It was my daughter's ornament she got me. Hold on. We're on a scrolling spree. Oh boy, do I have things to show you. I forgot until I scrolled right now. Okay, I have no idea where she did this or how she did this, but my daughter, I mean, she really knows what she's doing, especially since she wants a puppy. Look at what she got me. It was supposed to be a Christmas present, but she gave it to me early. It says a girl and her dog, a bond that can't be broken. And then she put mommy and Chachi, and my crazy eyes followed me even onto a Christmas ornament. And it's on the tree, and it's so cute. And Chachi, it looks just like her. I love this. Anyways, hey, Dastardly Deeds Kung Fu Fuckery. I think Foodie had a Tinder date and now is in love and getting married. I mean, it could happen. That's pretty much what happened with Salah. So, anyways, it made my day. It made my year. I think, other than my daughter and sobriety, this is the best gift I've ever been given. It's so cute. And it's something I'm going to think of every Christmas and get to look at. Chachi, you're adorable, even on an ornament. You don't know that a puppy's coming home to you soon. Well, it just means more treats for you. There's that. We can't like train a puppy and give the puppy a treat and not you. So there's a way to look at it. Anyways, I heard Yaba's stream was amazing. So if you guys can, when you have time later, go check it out. And FFG's brother became a member. I love that. Or maybe a family intervention. I mean, if they loved her, they would do something. I feel like I was one step away from a whole intervention and being on that TV show. I really was. If they loved her, they would try to get her some sort of help. And yeah. I know adults are adults and they make their own decisions and you can't force somebody into help. But if you love somebody, you try instead of just sitting by and waiting for the call that they've died, you know? So Yaba is looking very skinny these days. Oh my gosh. She's so cute. She looks like a doll. If you're listening, Yaba, you look like a doll. Okay, what is this? I'm reposting this because people have claimed this is from FFG's brother. I'm reposting this because people have claimed that when I come online to talk shit, it's about money, but every time I did, it was after betrayal. This is what I posted end of July when I went off last time, third time, and said it's coming, deleted by user, probably harassed, but I kept it. She also told us about you, Chris, your life on Park Avenue. She told us that she didn't actually live in NDG. When Nugs got her docs, she quick lied and said she lived on the other side of the city. You know who did live there? That she threw under the docs bus? Your mom and dad. This is so messy. Jamie says, Krish, oh gosh, I wish I could explain how much it took out of me to fight absolute morons who are all going IRL. I kind of had a platform, but not like you. No one cared about threats. Make a channel, go get the money. Everybody's making it off of you. What you did then, and then I don't know. I hear you loud and clear, and I did read all three. Having the truth out there and now getting my get back for trying to falsely get police on me is only concern, though. I agree with making money, but I make it elsewhere, and content isn't my income. Sorry you went through that BS. Kaz, hey! I'm hoping that dumb fuck foodie is so high and she thinks she's live, but happily mumbling to her phone, believing she's live and confused why no one is chatting. I've been rocking with Yabba since she was Yabba Dabba Doo before the YouTube underground. Oh, that's awesome. She lost 85 pounds. Safari, help for what? Her eating problem? Her addictions? I mean, whatever the fuck foodie's doing, she's abusing it. And I don't just believe it's THC. I think THC is part of it, but I think she's doing pills. I think she's drinking. I mean, she's basically dead right now. She's not living a life. She's comatose, a vegetable most days. Like, you have to agree that it's not normal behavior, right? Like, I'm not coming at you, but I'm saying anybody who like has been telling us for the longest time, foodie's fine, nothing's wrong, just THC. Like, this is really fucking bad. She resembles like what I looked like and did at the worst of my addictions. Like a vegetable, just a flesh suit, walking around. That's it. That's all. There was no life in me. There was no life I was living. She's either going to eat herself to deletion or something. So help for whatever it is that's going on. Mental health help. I don't know. Violet said, happy Monday. Sorry, I thought, no. It's okay, Safari. It's okay. Sometimes the bitchiness comes out and I can't turn it off. Okay, so just ride the wave and know that I'm never really coming at you. Like strawberries, the bitchiness comes out. Other people deserve it, but sometimes it just comes out. So anyways, I feel like if I'm not sounding bitchy at least once to somebody, then I don't know, that's not normal. Anyways, there's more Michael Furberger AI clips. Let me go full screen. I really enjoy these. I feel like I go live just for.
Hi, my name is what? My name is Moo. My name is Not So Slim Shady. Hi, bitch. Do you like fried fish? Want to go to a buffet and eat all of the pie dish? Want to copy me and eat Dee Dee's vag like I did? Take Arby's to the face and give Gray Flaps a facelift? My butt's big weight, and I'm trying to ignore YouTube hate, but I can't figure out which cheese biscuit to regurgitate. And Dr. Pepper said, damn foodie, don't drink me. You got the beatus, so lay off the sugar, big stinky. Well, since age 2, I spent my day saying moo and filled my mouth with more food than I could chew. Biscoff, it's a cookie I dip in thick sauce, made a cheesecake crumble, and got a stomach big like Rick Ross. I eat edibles too fast, release gas, destroy the ozone layer with what comes out of my ass. Use fake perfume.
Yo, Shady, wait a minute, that don't work, hog.
I don't give a ham. Bees and spray is 50% off. Hi, my name is what? My name is Moo. My name is Not So Slim Shady. Hi, my name is what? My name is Moo.
More of these, please. I'm telling you, Michael Furberger needs to have a channel just doing summaries of what Foodie Beauty did during her 3-hour snooze fest. We could just watch it this way. This is Rosie in all her glory. Oh. Wow. I'm choosing kindness in this moment. No, I'm not. No, I am not. Okay. Oh, Silly It's Lily said, look, we've got to acknowledge whoever reached that neck has some freaking skills. How does one know? People were talking about a hickey on her neck. How the fuck can you tell? What neck? Where can you find a hickey? I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but Titanium said Rosie brings up how she can't get a prescription for her Ativan in Florida. What likely is the issue is she's getting a script of pain meds, and pharmacists are very unlikely to fill benzos with opioids due to overdose. 600-pound life shows many people this size are pill addicts as well. That's true. They really crack down, especially I'll speak for, I guess, the state I live in, California. You have to choose really one or the other. There's very rare cases where they'll let you be on both, right? Pharmacists, like, they'll even say they don't have something, like, if you try to fill both. It's crazy, but it's because they're highly addictive and people abuse them. Titanium said she has a pool. She has absolutely no excuse to be this large when she could get in that pool. It would be the easiest way for her to exercise, given that her size causes her a lot of pain. I don't think health is on her list of things to do at all. Anne said, oh my gosh, is she big? I don't see morbidly obese people in Israel, maybe a little bit overweight, but nothing like this. Yeah, she's all of Israel. London said, is she bigger than ALR? I think so. I can't get over the arm. However I feel about my arms, I just need to be grateful today. All right, let's keep going. Little Woogie said she has literally passed the scale of huge and went straight to Jurassic. I think she's over 600 pounds. Yikes. I thought this was funny. Do you guys follow Trixie? Out of nowhere, I saw this tweet floating around, and it was retweeted 916 times. The tweet says, Dee Dee Mega Doo Doo. They watch Foodie Beauty. Look at, and then there's Chantal in the thread. That's suspicious. Look at the profile picture is Foodie Beauty picking her nose. I'm trying to see if anybody else from Girl World is in here. Welcome to the stage. Doula Peep never gets old. I don't know. I still think that they watch Foodie Beauty. How else would you come up with that name? Amber is growing at a rapid rate. Hey, Beetle Pins. Yes, she's bigger than Amber because Amber's 5'3" and QLR is 5'6", 5'7". So she's literally a giant. I mean, I'm taller than her, but I guess I mean giant in every sense. All right. Well, I'm going to be getting 10,000 steps today. I've just decided this was the picture that did it for me, I'll be catching up on my housewives while walking on the walking pad and working out my arms. That is what I will be doing today. Thank you for the motivation, Rosie. Here's an older clip from Chantal. Foodie Beauty. I'm scared to say this word because YouTube is on a whole little strikey, but we'll just say Foodie Beauty falsehoods. Didn't she cheat on Pete's with BB? Did she?
This was about the time when I had just broken up with Pete. We were separating, and I was like kind of in my going out and being a hoe stage. I didn't meet BB yet. This was before meeting BB, right before meeting BB. This was about the time when I had just broken up with Pete. We were separating, and I was like kind of in my going out and being a hoe stage. I didn't meet BB yet. This was before meeting BB, right before meeting.
I don't know. BB was before my time. Yes, Sue said, thank you. There's people who have been watching much longer than I have. Your mom's emotional support care said Chantal has cheated on everyone she has ever been with. I'd not be surprised if she is now in DMs with Anime Sucks. Of all the people, I'm not trying to be rude. He was living by the train tracks, but not in a home. He's fighting his mother in court. His mom has a restraining order against him, protecting her and her dog, which again is very telling to me. I think we've talked about this before. How many times do they include animals in restraining orders unless something major happened, right? But he's her type. that all being said, that's exactly what Chantal's into. Somebody who is fighting with their mom so she doesn't have to share them. Somebody that she can support. Oakley said she absolutely did. I've been watching her for years. Chaos Rain said, pretty sure she did. It's been a while, but that sounds about right. Chaos Rain said she did say Pete's told her she could run around with whoever she liked. Just don't break up with him. That's so sad. If he wasn't such a creep, I'd feel sorry for him. And I said her stories change as needed, but yes, she had stated that. I think most of her stories were lies for content. Then and now her life is shit, so she makes up shit. I always thought she was boring. After her and BB broke up, she went full hog and hasn't looked back since. Stella, could you imagine lying about that? 1,000,000% she's doing and talking to literally anything that makes her feel better about herself. Fat Cow said, and another guy who approached her at a club before that. I don't really believe she has all these options to cheat. Well, maybe before when she had hair and only a few chins. I don't know. There are desperate people out there who will do anything. There are. I thought this was sweet. What a privilege it is to have your bed taken up by your dog who thinks it's the safest place in the world to be. Chachi, you take up the whole bed and you're tiny. And you steal all my covers. The heating blanket, I don't ever get to use, but you're worth it all. All the dog hair, all of it. I love you, Chachi Lynn. Queen Jellybean said, I have a feeling Foodie is in the process of making another really dumb decision. Hence the quiet from the Canadian fart box. Yeah, okay. Would she have an option to go back to Syria? I mean, she could try. I still feel like my money's... No, but then she's been hinting at the sister wife thing. And how she's been watching content about it. And blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens today. I'll see myself out. Gas station, baby. Purple mattress. Arby's. She was always gross, but took care of herself a little more. Her makeup was always done. And while her nails looked hideous, her nails were also done a lot. She tried before. Now she's just completely given up. Lisa Manning said, I know I ain't ever going to be anyone's second wife just to keep a man. And then Holly Go Heavy said, I'm sorry, but you can't convince me this wasn't Foodie Beauty's attempt at trying to be a second wife. MLM my ass. Yeah. I don't know. Why would this lady have met up with Chantal? Like, I don't know. I know people will do a lot to try to get customers, but looking at her, you know she's not going to promote your unicity and sell it to a lot of people. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but if I'm buying a weight loss product, I want somebody to look not like Chantal. That's the nicest way I could put it. Like, I want to see a 6-pack of abs, toned arms, all of that. Like, not this. This isn't going to make me buy anything. How about you? I think she was trying to be a sister wife before and she got too jealous, which is why Salah was going to lunch with different women because he was courting them. He was trying to be Cody. Oh, Lord. Well, if you saw it, you saw it. I can't really go back, but... Naughty Box, hello. Never subtle like Foodie. I was introduced to Chantal with the lobster mac and cheese. I found her when everybody thought she was going to OD or have a heart attack because she was doing coke with Natter. That's when I found, like, I was on Twitter, okay, this is exactly how it went down. For whatever reason, I was very bored during, a lot of reasons I was very bored during COVID, right? But anyways, I somehow got into watching MFW and I never liked her, but like, it was one of those things where like, you can check YouTube at any time and MFW was live doing something. Like she was live all the time. Shit was always going down. And then I remember something happened on Twitter with her. I can't remember what, but I was on Twitter trying to find her page and find the gossip. And I kept seeing all these people tweet about a foodie beauty. And Foodie Beauty's on coke. Foodie Beauty's doing this. And then I saw her and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was hooked from that day forward. That pic of her in the lingerie, I think it was a banana. Hold on. I could kind of, oops. She thought this was sexy, putting an unpeeled banana in her mouth with lingerie that does not fit, nor is it flattering on her. So there's that. I like the wig. I mean, that's not the worst of the wigs that we've seen her wear. I started watching MFW not long ago, and she's a hot mess. Some days I feel like I really hate her, but I think I hate her addiction. I hate the things that she says and who she becomes when she's when she's had too much. But she's one of those people, like, I'll say this, I don't like the words she says. I think she has some major hurt going on deep inside that she really needs to go talk to somebody about, because she's never going to get her shit together if she doesn't address whatever's going on inside, right? But she's one of those people, I want to see her get sober. Like, I don't want to hear about her dying. But like, this is the reality of what happens with alcoholism. I'll just tell you guys a quick story really quickly. One day I was walking home from the liquor store and I had bought one of those Budlerita things because it had a lot of alcohol in it. And like, I was definitely detoxing. Like, I could feel it. I was shaky. I was sweaty. I don't know, all the things you get, right? Like, I don't want to even relive how I felt because it was like death. And I remember I was walking to 7-Eleven to go get a Budlerita. And on the way home, like, some weird glitch went off in my brain, right? And I guess I had blacked out. And I remember waking up and trying to stand up, and my whole left side, like, I couldn't put any pressure on my leg, my foot, anything. I couldn't stand up. And I literally crawled home. I did. Passed out sometime after that. And my parents said that they just had a feeling to come check on me. And they did. And my dad found me choking on my own vomit, like lips blue. If he hadn't had come and dragged my mom with him, she was so done with my bullshit at this point, but she came too. I probably would not be here today. And that's what happens with alcoholism. You constantly have to keep a certain amount of alcohol in your system. But the time comes where you can't afford it and you can't get it as often as you used to, whether it's because people are watching you. Like my mom would drive around and catch me at all the liquor stores, right? Either way, there comes a time where you can't afford it. You can't keep up with what's in your system. And alcohol is very deadly to detox from. It is. You could have seizures, strokes, all of that, right? So I hope she gets her shit together. I hope she does. She's one of those people that's like so stubborn and has to get their way, and they could move mountains if they really applied themselves, right? And she could probably do a lot of good in the world. Like, she could inspire so many people to get sober. She could, based on her story alone, right? Doesn't mean that I think she's an amazing person or a good person. Just means I hope she gets her shit together. I do. Peach Panty Perfume. Yes, I think she could be a cool girl if she was sober. You could tell she's fighting demons. I think that's what alcoholism is. Like, I truly believe alcohol is called spirits for a reason. I think you get to a point that negative things could be let in, whatever that looks like, right? I know for me, when I would get a certain amount of alcohol in my system, it was like night and day, right? Like, sober, I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm courteous, I'm a little petty, a little sassy, I can be a bitch. But like, I'm not trying to fight people in my everyday life. I'm not crying every day. I'm not raging every day. But like, when I would get a certain amount of alcohol in me, I felt hatred. I did. I felt hatred, and I was mad about what so-and-so did to me in the second grade, or what whoever did to me when I was 20. All of that, I would feel it and I would see red. Anyways, sorry, this topic is like all deep for a Monday morning. So, hey, Toki. You're so lucky to have family like that. I have dysautonomia, which basically feels like all that, but without the alcohol, uncontrollable shaking, irregular breathing, no temp control. So does it feel like constant anxiety? Kaz, I want to give you a hug right now. Lindsay, yeah, you could tell she wanted and still wants to be the cook girl. MFW. All right, let's get back into some foodie beauty topic. Anyways, if you're out there and you're listening right now and you're wondering if you should get sober, if you can get sober, you can and you should. Every day is not perfect, but like my worst day sober is still better than my best day drinking. You can cope, you can handle things. Detox, go to detox, go talk to your doctor. You can even go to the emergency room. I know I even had to do that before. So they will take you and they will see you because detoxing from alcohol, withdrawing it is deadly. So life is so much better without that shit, I promise you. And you'll be able to live again and thrive again and remember things. And you wake up every morning not feeling regret. And it's the best feeling in the world. I love that. I love being able to check my phone, and for a good reason. Do you know the day after huge drinking fiascos, like I would check my phone to see who I drunk dialed and who I drunk text and who I needed to apologize to? I love not living life that way anymore. We do recover. Hey, Ruby. Yes, we do. Please get sober. You are worth it. You deserve a good life. You do. And I'm telling you, even if you feel like the worst person in this world and you've done like more bad than anybody has, I felt that way too. I did. I thought, who can abandon their family to go drink? Like, who has a child and goes back to drinking? Like, who does these things that I do, you know? I thought I had done the worst things in the world and nobody had fucked up as majorly as I did. But you want to know how you could right your wrongs? Never doing that shit again and showing your family, your friends, your coworkers, whoever, that you can get sober and show them who you are in sobriety. Everything takes time. You don't get sober and everything comes back to you in a day. Like, it's taken me years and years and years to gain back people's trust and to prove myself. But now that I have it back, like everybody's trust again, people's respect, I can look people in the eyes. I never want to lose that again. Like, I never want to lose this feeling. So if you're listening out there and you're wondering how you can get sober, a lot of us right here in this chat, a lot of us are in recovery. You can email me. I'm on Twitter. Just search Just Breezin' Today. My email is justbreezintoday@mail.com. All right, let's get back into foodie beauty stuff. Whether you need help due to alcohol or drug abuse or an illness, everyone deserves proper treatment from emergency services. Agreed. It is never too late to change that part right there. It is never too late. Yep said, oh, this is an old post from Foodie Beauty from March 11th. LMAO, I know this Ronald McDonald, Freddie Mercury looking ass clown isn't commenting on the handsomest man's looks. Ronald McDonald hairline, Gorl. Look at your hairdo. Looking like Hitler meets Ronald McDonald himself. Who is she talking about here? Please have several seats. Calling him a low-value man? This man makes more money than you, guaranteed. He's university educated. He's I can't even say it. University educated and doesn't have a hate channel. How are you going to say he can't get anyone better than me when he doesn't need to? I have a better face card than all of you losers. Stay mad. Yep said, you're not a Muslim because you neither fear nor respect Allah. Do you appear as someone who believes in God's final judgment? Can you believe in Allah's rules if you refuse to follow them? You believe nothing, Foodie, and that's why it's easy for you to do what you do. Don't forget, he's a Home Alone legend, too. His degree is as real as their marriage certificate. Chantal looking like Homer Simpson's obese brother. She does, though. Okay, Savage posted this. When Foodie started saying she was so jealous in reference to Thanksgiving, I really thought she was going to say something about being jealous of seeing all the family connections. But the bitch said she was jealous of our meals. All right, on 316, I'm going to go to it.
She was. Oh my God,
Or
my
try
phone's
to.
gonna die.
There you go.
I was so
Foxy.
jealous like scrolling through like social media, seeing like Thanksgiving dinners and stuff. Like, you guys get to eat that. Well, I'm on this planet.
Yes. Do you want to know how we got to eat it? Because we made it. You too can make green bean casserole. You too can make candied yams. I don't know. That's embarrassing. I'm really jealous of the people who got to have tamales, though, but I can't make them. If you had a tamale for Thanksgiving, I wish I had them. I really wish I did. Wait, French Fried Girl, there's a cartoon. Oh. Oh, fuck my life. Where did it go? How did I start out? I mean, how did I go back down here? And why did I have to see Foodie's ass again?
I don't hate cats. I just don't want a cat. I don't like cats like that. I don't want them in my home. I don't want to smell litter. I don't want a cat like rubbing up against me, purring and stuff. That is so not my thing, but I still don't want any harm to come to any cat. I want to know that that cat is in a good home. This bitch, not my home. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. Do you see the books? Okay, can we have more FFG cartoons? That was from Gorl Toon Network. I don't know if Ahmad has the link, if you can share it in the chat. That was French Fried Girl. It looked just like her. Did you notice that she was double fisting cigarettes? Did you notice the names on the books? Let's see. Hold on. Where is it? There we go. How to stalk a YouTuber. YouTube grifting for dummies. How to fake a cat being alive 101. There's BBJ's grifting funds. Pete's, BB, Natter, Salah. Oh, they're all, oh my gosh, this gets better and better the more you look at it. Do you see them? They're little voodoo dolls with pins in them. Frenchie Beauty. I think they're in love, or at least FFG's in love with Frenchie, or they have some sort of a deal. I don't know. They've never really went after each other's channels. And anybody who talks about FFG, she sends swarms of people. Like, how come they're never in Chantal's chat? They were all in Yaba's chat. They've been in Pulpy's chat and in the comment section. This cartoon seems very realistic. Customer Service 101 said, looks like Foodie can't even go back to Natter. He's got another OF certain type of creator on the hook. Fluffy Honey Tina. She has 10,000 followers. Okay, well, the profile picture is better than the banner. Fluffy Honey Tina. I love creating certain videos. I bet you do. She says, love you, bye. Talk to you later. He says, love you too, sweetheart. She says again, why do I love you so much? I don't know. Hi, love. Is she real, though? I'm at Sam's. We're going in with headphones. Get some muffins for me. I like the variety. FFG was slandering every other reactor to siphon the girl world donations for BBJ, aka, and everybody who spoke out against her, she called them anti-Semitic or said some horrible lie about them. We end up talking about this more. There's tweets that come out. It turns out that she is tweeting and replying to very anti-Semitic things. And she's besties with Dell, who feels a certain type of way about Israel. So it makes me wonder, did she lie about being Jewish too? I mean, how are you Jewish, but you support people who say they hate Israel? I don't know. Hold on one second, you guys. Oh, my boyfriend got a new Geek Bar. Blackberry, blueberry. Okay, that sounds good. Tell me how it is. All right. So Alabama chapstick. Hold on. There was no replies. All right. Alabama chapstick tweeted this. It says, "Have you heard the news? I'm back with a new YouTube video."
Have you heard the news?
What news?
I'm leaving next year. I'm leaving the Riverland.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Darren. I'm leaving next year.
We don't really give a mate. Do you want to just
Who cares?
toddle on me?
Really?
Enjoy your time. Have you heard the news?
I think I have a clip from her new video. Here's your daily reminder to subscribe to Alabama chapstick. I don't know. I thought something foodie was going to be in that. Anyway, Shenanigans said, "I said what I said." So, dried up Twitter hag. Okay, they have me blocked. I noticed that today. So, who is this really? They're everywhere defending. Anyways, whatever. People need to stop getting so attached to random animals on the internet. If I find myself getting upset about the way they treat them, I realize there's nothing I could do about that, and I focus on mine. Shenanigans said, "Replace the word animals with children and rethink your statement. It's not so much an attachment as it's calling out an injustice to the most innocent of us all." How do you have me blocked, but you're following me? Oh no, this is their screenshot. I was confused for a moment. Don't mind me. Anyway, Senorita Yum Yum said, "Hold on. Now everyone wants to say Foodie and FFG are in cahoots. I said that from the beginning." And Natter said after I did, "And there's no way a narcissist like Chantal would allow FFG to rack up all that money off of her name and never once struck her channel." Okay. Does FFG look like she hates Chantal to you? Or does she look really, really happy to be touching Chantal? She looks like a fan. It's scary to think she looks so much worse than this now. All three of them. Pete's, I guess he's the one that's kind of not had a glow up, but he looks better than those two. I'll say that. This is a fan photo. I think so too. Carrie said, "I've said this since Fatty Fashion Show. Look at those two big smiles. Creators fake fighting, scripting drama isn't that unusual. Most fights on YouTube are totally fake or scripted. Not all. You can spot the difference. We'll think of the LCU, for example. Most of it scripts." But people want to watch that for some reason. Shannon Rose used to script or fake fights with people. God, what was that person? Jean Mango? Something about a mango. There's been other people too, but YouTubers have done it before. I don't know. I don't see the point in faking it because you're always found out every single time somebody spills the tea. This was me yesterday morning. I just wanted to seal, but I walked instead at 10:36 a.m. And because I was feeling so tired and lazy, I walked so much more. I think I got 8,000 steps yesterday. So today I'm aiming for 10. Anyways, French Fried Fraud went live and she's just wanting to move forward, you guys. And she gives a story of why BBJ was put down, but still won't say when. She was live for 10 whole minutes. 10 minutes. And she makes it sound like there's something legal going on. Like for legal reasons, she can't say a lot on BBJ. But what I really think is going on is her lawyer told her to shut up because what she did is considered fraud. Just FYI. All right, let's hear. This is a pretty long clip, but I don't like this woman and I'm enjoying her karma. So let's hear the whole thing.
So that they could check out what's going basically the who, what, where, when, but not the why. Okay. BBJ. I want to tell you guys what happened with BBJ and how she passed away. Okay. And I can. So BBJ, every 3 months, as everybody knows, was going to have her urine tested so that they could check out what's going on with the kidneys. So we were at the regular schmegular appointment. They go to take the urine sample is collected on these little, it's like these little crystals. They look kind of like cat litter, but they're crystals. And when you pee on that, they can collect the sample of that pee to test it. Okay. Well, BBJ wouldn't pee. Okay. And we're waiting and waiting and waiting. And now they can't wait anymore. So there's a way to go in with this little thing and pull out a little pee, get a little sample to go and have it tested. So they go in to pull out a little bit of pee and they can't get the pee. And they say that it seems like there's some kind of a blockage. Okay. So,
Or did you not notice that she wasn't peeing? Like, don't you clean the litter box? I feel like at what point would it get so bad that the vet has to discover that there's a blockage and you didn't know as a pet owner?
the vet, regular vet, makes an appointment for the next day for BBJ to have an ultrasound. The next day, the ultrasound happens and they find a bunch of masses around her bladder. So that's what was blocking them from being able to get the pee sample. Now, she hadn't stopped peeing. She was not suffering.
Then how was she blocked if she hadn't stopped peeing? This story doesn't make sense.
Anyway, but they did say that this was going to, of course, cause suffering because she wouldn't. There would have been a moment coming up like where she would not have been able to pee. So they gave
She lies as
painkillers
much as
for
Chantal.
BBJ for 5 days and said basically decide when to make the appointment to come back and humanely put baby J to sleep before the inevitable happened.
This doesn't sound right to me either. So she has a blockage and they send her home to suffer on pain medicine until you made the decision to put her down?
Too old to do any kind of biopsies, God forbid, cancer treatment, anything like that. It was the most humane thing to do and exactly what the vets said to do.
No, the humane thing to do would have been to put her down that day instead of sending her home with pain medication, hoping it touched her pain. And cats are kind of difficult to give medication to. So how did you manage that? I don't believe BBJ was living her best life with FFG. To all those people who keep parroting that, no, she lived a better life. How do we know? She was blocked and FFG didn't even know.
And that's what happened with BBJ. And it was incredibly sad. Incredibly sad.
Yeah, you sound broken up over
But I
it.
have no regrets about the rescue at all. BBJ was taken from a horrible situation that we all watched happening on live. She lived out the rest of her life in complete comfort, spoiled, well-treated, well taken care of. And that's the most important thing to me.
How was she well taken care of if she was blocked and you didn't know it? Yeah, she just proved that she didn't clean or take care of this cat. I mean, you can even get pretty litter, right? Isn't it a certain type of litter that'll tell you when your cat pees if it has any type of infection or sickness?
In my opinion, with what happened at the end also, I can't help but wonder, had she not been rescued, how long would that have gone without being checked? Would her previous owner have even noticed when the time had come, maybe where she was having problems peeing? How long?
Magenta said if she wasn't peeing, they would have used a catheter to empty her, not left her to get sepsis infection. And clearly the house was dirty because she didn't clean the litter box.
Would that have been until that was even noticed and looked into? So
Oh, fuck
that is what
off.
happened with BBJ. Okay?
We don't believe you.
I've pretty much stayed offline for the past few days. I've seen some of the things being said, of course. It's part of what I can't speak on. These things are very connected.
Haven't you been active on your sock accounts? You haven't stayed offline. You hid.
Understand, okay? A day will come, like I said, where I can. For anybody who feels like they donated, people are talking about the super chats to, because of BBJ or whatever the case may be. Genuinely, if you feel that you were wronged, email me, frenchfriedgirl, all one word, @gmail.com. I will be more than happy to reimburse the super chats if you feel that you were wronged. If you want that super chat back, okay? I genuinely mean that. French, I want to tell you guys.
Oh, shit.
What happened with BBJ?
Hold on, I know it is right here. I just restarted it.
Me, in my opinion. With what happened at the end also, I can't help but wonder, had she not been rescued, how long would that have gone without being checked? Would her previous owner have even noticed when the time had come, maybe where she was having problems peeing? How noticed and looked into? So
When did
that
she
is what happened with
pass?
BBJ. Okay.
When?
I've pretty much stayed offline for the past few days. I've
Lies.
seen some of the things being said, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of what I can't speak on. These things are very connected. Try to understand. Okay. A day will come, like I said, where
More
I
manipulation.
can. For anybody who feels like they donated, people were talking about the super chats to, because of BBJ or whatever the case may be. Genuinely, if you feel that you were wronged, email me, frenchfriedgirl, all one word, at gmail.com.
She doxes, FYI.
I will be more than happy to reimburse the super chats if you feel that you were wronged. If you want that super chat back, okay? I genuinely mean that. Frenchfriedgirl at gmail.com, all one word. Send me an email. I can't go backwards, guys. There's nothing I can do to change the past. Nothing. But I'm gonna move forward. I am. Tomorrow, we're gonna be live at our regular schmegular, doing our regular schmegular thing.
Are you gonna give them longer than 10 minutes today?
Reacting is what we're going to be doing as of tomorrow. Like I said, I can't go back.
How can you react to Chantal? How can you say anything about Chantal when you're just as bad, if not worse, than her?
But I can try, obviously, to do better. And here's what I want to do from me, okay? For all of December, every single stream that we do together, anything that's uploaded to the channel, anything, it's going to be a fundraiser through YouTube for the ASPCA. I'm going to give all of December, and we're going to go regular. We're going to do our regular schmegular thing all month. And it's all going to be to benefit the ASPCA through the YouTube fundraiser thing that I can put on the streams, okay? That's what I want to do for all of December. That's what we're going to do over here, okay?
Mm-hmm. So you want your audience to continue to fund you and your good deeds. Why can't they just donate themselves to the ASPCA? Let's look at how people feel about this. Nightlight said, I unsubscribed and disputed my super chats to her and got them back. The past couple of years, she's given me an off feeling, so I kind of just slowly stopped watching her. Now I just can't watch her at all anymore. I'm so disgusted. Mayor Bear said, I'm sorry, I had the month from hell. Did she mention why she didn't let people know? I remember her saying if something happens with BBJ, I'll let you know. Okay, keep it up, French fried Chantal Reed. It's the same script. I said she didn't tell her audience when BBJ passed because of how this community is, she said. Okay, and people were like, oh yeah, based on how they acted over your dogs, the only person who said that she unalived her dogs was Chantal. Nobody else. Nobody else. It was Chantal. So stop blaming the community. Ting Ting Boop said, yeah, she should have told this story as it happened, not 2 years later. Miss T said her chat is insane. At least a few in there are calling out her bullshit. Senorita said, this is insane. I said, this is what FFG basically did to her audience. Again, where is the I'm sorry? I mean, I feel like you know when somebody's truly sorry because they use the words, I'm sorry, and then they right their wrongs. There was no accountability. That's because the cat didn't see a day of 2024, Ryan said. Ace of Swords asked, when did BBJ die, Fraudy? Gigi said, anyone who is surprised that BBJ has passed is nuts. She was old. Nobody's surprised she's passed. We're calling out the lies, the collecting money for 2 years based on people thinking BBJ was still alive and getting treatment and vet care. She was dead in an urn on FFG's mantle. Said there's assuming she's gone because of her age, and then actually being led to believe she was still alive by the one person in Gorl World who had that information. Anel said people are calling out the insane amount of lying while reading and accepting super chats for the cat. That's nuts. Go watch the rescue anniversary stream knowing the cat was already dead and listen to what she says. Bunny, hey, she's such an angry birder person. She needs help. FFG is going to end up in jail for her anger issues. I mean, She was fired from her job, I feel like, wasn't it last year or something, because she chased her coworker with a broom or a mop or some sort of object? Like, that's not normal behavior, right? We cuss at our coworkers in our head and we carry on with our day. Like, we don't attack them. We don't. Anyways, I'm calling it right now. I was right about PG. I told her she was going to go to jail if she didn't get her shit together and change her ways. And she ended up in jail, coming out of it with an ankle monitor on. I'm calling FFG will be in jail or prison in the near future for anger issues. She's going to hurt somebody, try to unalive somebody. I don't know. Oh my God, you guys, make the viral candied cranberries. I can't say it all in one sentence. Viral candied cranberries. Okay, they don't look very pretty. I don't know. They didn't look pretty for me, but they taste amazing. My mom was like hell-bent on making them. So we soaked them for 24 hours in, what was it, orange juice and Sprite. And then you take them out and then you bake them and then you do the powdered sugar. But you either love them or you don't. Like, my daughter wasn't a fan, but I loved them. It tasted like a craisin. If you like craisins, you'll like this. Like, kind of sour and tart. I don't know. But you get like a pop of explosive joy in your mouth. I don't know. It's like one big party. Anyways, it doesn't take very long. Make them. It's worth it. If you like craisins, if you like sour things, you will like this. I mean, the powdered sugar helps the sourness. But if you hate sour, you probably won't like this. Sammy said she can't say when BBJ died because she's been advised by her criminal defense attorney not to incriminate herself. I am deceased. My mom made those too. Yeah, like I said, I think you either really love them or you don't. I was a huge fan. My mom, a huge fan. My daughter was like, these are interesting, which isn't necessarily a good thing, right? My dad was just kind of like, eh. But I could probably eat those for the rest of the year and be happy. Dried up Twitter hag who has me blocked said, if she did nothing wrong, how can she incriminate herself? Ambrielle said, criminal defense attorney, what is she being charged with? Hopefully fraud. Ali said, it's probably a matter of national security. Don't Fence Me and said, maybe we need to start asking how BBJ died. I don't believe her story either. It doesn't make sense why a vet would send a blocked animal home, hoping that you bring it back very soon to be euthanized. I mean, I was never a vet or anything, but in all my years of vet care, I feel like, especially at the emergency shift that I had, they would encourage you to hospitalize your animal. Then you can come back in when you're ready. Like, they're not going to just no. Melanie said, exactly, she's cooked. Dirty Deleter said, who's her criminal defense attorney? Dildo attorney at law, specializing in fungal activities. That's another one. Okay, this dildo person, you guys, we covered it maybe like a week ago. They're insane. Absolutely insane. Stuck up FFG's fupa and hoping Sam and Yaba's kids OD for Christmas. That's the kind of people FFG associates with. That dildo person, vile as fuck. Satchels of Gold said criminal defense attorney. Nina said just like BBJ. Beck said yes, and we all know she's going to spend thousands going to a solicitor attorney to prove the only thing guilty here is her for clearly scamming people over 2.5 years for nearly $500,000. Let that sink in. And I'm telling you, there was a poll going around, and like 80% of the people had voted on this poll that they wouldn't have given FFG money if they knew BBJ wasn't alive anymore. Franchi, this is from her Twitter. People get mad when they can't extort you anymore. And then her brother posted it and said, you already tried to make this claim to manipulate people when I called you out. Here we are 4 months later, and you try to lie to police when you get called out again. You're incapable of doing the right thing. You're a pathological liar, and you're about to find out there's more to life than just money. Thimble said, I've only had them do that when the dog had aggressive mouth cancer. They gave us pain meds and told him to bring him in when it was time. He was only a 6-year-old golden retriever. I'm sorry, Thimble. Stella said, y'all should do a class action lawsuit if you donated for BBJ. I feel like those things usually win too. Do you know how many times I've been contacted for class action lawsuits against whatever? Like, I always just opt in for it. And I don't know, one time it was against Kohl's because when I worked there, I was like 17 maybe. I don't know, I was really young. And I worked there during Christmas, but they made you buy your clothes and you had to wear, they made you buy your clothes. They made you buy clothes from them and you had to wear it. But they're not the only companies that does that or that did that. When I worked at Gap, they did that. When I worked at Gap Kids, they did that as well. Like you have to, I don't know, they want you to wear what you're selling, I guess. But anyways, I remember it happened with Kohl's and I got like a bunch of gift cards to go shopping there. And then one time with the LA County Jail because the illegal strip searches that they did. There was another one, I think, what was it, Facebook or something? I don't know. I got $25. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe you could win some money. You should get something back. But I do know that you could dispute most of YouTube super chats and memberships and things like that through your credit card company. So, but if you can't do it that way, I guess everybody can band together. I need to get Twitter and Discord. Yes, join us in Discord. And Twitter's a fun time. Just remember, you can always block and mute people. So many people block me daily, and I don't realize it until I'm going through a thread and I'm trying to retweet it. I'm like, who the fuck is this person? Anyways, there'll be people who will attack you if you post a picture of a leaf, right? Like, what do you have against branches? But you just have to mute and block and just search the Gorl World threads like Foodie Beauty, Gorl World, French Fried Girl, Amberlynn Reed, QLR. That's a good time as well. So Meandering Thoughts said, can't fit this in one post, so if you want to see my irrelevant opinion, check the replies. Might also add more later. Just thought I'd start. So after letting everything sink in and looking at things for a couple of days, I'm sure FFG is Girl World Gossip. Girl World Gossip is anti-Semitic. Yes, they are, which means that FFG is too. So accusing other people of anti-Semitism, sometimes rightfully so, sometimes not, is just a weapon for her. And she's muddying the waters. You don't just throw that around if it isn't true. The subject is too important. This begs the question, is she really Jewish or just claiming to be maybe to make herself more interesting or able to use the anti-Semitism claim more easily? We can't be sure. Her family history has so many holes in it and changed all the time, so who knows? Also looked more into her evictions. Never really paid attention to that. Things happen in life sometimes, even if that's a lot of evictions, and she blamed it on her abusive relationship. And they could cause a lot, but most of the time, I guess, people still pay their bills. She had leases with or without the boyfriend over just a couple of years and 8 to 9 evictions. It looks like she paid the rent for a few months, then didn't pay for a couple of months and was evicted every time. And one landlord, they scammed him and actually squatted there. The other times, maybe not a scam, but still squatting. It's so weird how you can get away with all that in Canada. The landlord they scammed, they also accused him of Islamophobia. Hi, Chantal. Why not of anti-Semitism? I don't know. Islamophobia is the bigger weapon would be my guess. Anyway, then of course, we have all the BBJ lies and the money she made from that. It wasn't just lies. She's still alive. She even told the little stories about BBJ after she was long gone. That psycho. The stalking accusations. Well, I gave her some room there, warning Chantal about Natter, going to the fashion show where Chantal invited people to on her channel. While weird, I didn't see this as actual stalking. Shannon? Well, Shannon showed up in her chat. Does that mean you have to befriend her to get things out of her, including a photo op at the mental hospital? Not really, but I never thought about it too much. The hospital thing was strange, but other than that, I never watched her streams with Shannon, never paid attention to any of that, didn't find it interesting. Asking if Chantal was at that one weed store. Yeah, that was weird. I just thought she was maybe just lying about that to get Chantal to admit that she gets high in Canada when she shouldn't as a Muslim. Didn't put much thought into it. Now I'm actually sure it happened, and it is weird, and it can be seen as stalking. Getting BBJ, well, it was in theory to save BBJ, so I saw it, like many, as a rescue mission. In a way, it still was, but now we're all wondering if she lived with FFG and the dogs, how happy she really was and how much vet care she actually got. She also promised to show little videos and pictures, but never really did. If FFG can't afford to pay rent, how is she affording vet care for BBJ? Honestly. All of this, I mean, I don't know if I need to continue the thread. It's just meandering thoughts, which are all very good. It makes me seriously wonder if FFG is really Jewish. I don't know. I remember when she was offering somebody's docs. I can't remember. It was something frog or froggy. I don't remember. And she was offering their info and she was like, and she's Jewish. Like, how are you Jewish, but you serve people up to people who don't like Jewish people? I don't know. None of this makes sense to me. FFG, I think, is an addict. I think she's an addict. She makes all this money. Wasn't she going to buy a house in cash? She made $500,000. Where's the house? I have so many questions. How was BBJ blocked if FFG is this animal lover who was doting on BBJ? How would you not notice your cat not using the restroom? And I don't believe she was still using it. If the vet couldn't get urine out of her, she hadn't used it for a long time. I think everything FFG told us is a fucking lie. Anyways, let's go look at more thoughts. She has to be an addict. The money is going somewhere. And the way she scams, right? Addicts are always trying to make a buck. It's just the reality of it. They have addictions to feed, fixes to get, you're always trying to make $1 and come up. Everything about FFG, the anger, the rages, the whatever, it's giving hooked on many things, but needs to be hooked on rehab and anger management. Salty Ann said, may life treat you the way you treat cats. Amen. And all animals. Medicinal Pothead said she hasn't streamed in 2 days. Is she on her way back to Syria? Oh, I want to do a poll. Hold on. I want to see what you guys think is happening with Foodie. Let's see. All right, go to my channel. Haha. I'm getting better at this, you guys. I feel proud of myself. Watch, now I'm going to boot myself out. Every time I get cocky, I fuck up. All right, start a poll. Where did Foodie waddle to? The ER? Salaz. I don't know. We'll just say Salaz. I'll do Syria. Syria. Ha. Start poll, biatch. All right. Now, before I carry on, I want to see what you guys vote. Syria. Wait, somebody took their vote back. No, it's all going to the ER. No, it's not. Okay. It's tricking me. It would make sense if she was in the ER. She looked like she died last year. I mean, ER, morgue, somewhere. All right, well, we're on the same page then. I don't think she can go back to Syria. I don't think that's an option. I don't think he wants her as his wife anymore. But maybe. I guess we'll see. Sunburst said, is Foodie Beauty on her way back to Syria? Oh, wait. Is this a short? If it's short, we can watch it. No.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to...
It's a tarot reading. So if you are into tarot and readings, or even if you just want to see, I am going to share the link for you. Because, I don't know, maybe they're like Neo Tarot. You think her family did an intervention? Well, I mean, if we don't hear from her, I would say for at least 30 days, and we know. Dorky Shitstain said, no. You cannot use a fundraiser as a get out of jail free card. I'm telling you, sometimes the worst people in life donate, okay? And it's their way of feeling better about themselves. I actually know somebody who's awful. You guys may have heard of him. He might be on YouTube. He was one of those people. He's horrible, wastes people times. His whole life is one big lie. He's a narcissist, a user, a grifter, all the things, right? But like he'll donate here and there, and that makes him feel like he's doing good in life. It's just smoke and mirrors. That's it. That's all. And she wants her audience to fund making her look better. She could have just said, donate to the ASPCA of your choice this year. That's what she could have done. I said I felt too lazy to walk today, so I briskly walked a few times anyways. I am a brisk walking machine. I love it, right? I don't know. There's something about, I feel like I'm flying. I feel like I'm flying. I do. I get the best feeling in my brain and I feel very good. So if you don't know what brisk walking is, look it up. It's basically if you're walking over 3 miles per hour. It gets your heart rate up. You burn more calories, I believe, because you're like moving your arms to basically propel your body forward, right? Anyways, brisk walk today or walk, move your body. Let's get healthier and let's do this together. And walking is so good for your mental health, for your bones, for all the things. If you suffer from anxiety, depression, try going for a walk. I'm not saying it's going to cure it, but there's times where my heart's racing and I'm like, I could tell like an anxiety attack or something wants to happen. And so I'm like, okay, let's just refocus. I'll get on the walking pad, put on some music or someone else's drama and just listen to that and walk. And I forgot all about what I was anxious about. You do feel happier. You do. I mean, it's just, I don't know. There was statistics like 46% more people who go for walks are happier. I don't know. It makes your brain happy because it releases endorphins that make you feel joy, right? And make you feel good. So anyways, Kristen said, and showed this screenshot, as an abuse survivor, Chris is scary. He's the one who's on a smear campaign. Do better, people. You had a problem with Chantal neglecting her cat, but you're supporting a man abusing his sister? Kristen said, since you deleted before I could answer, I'm not supporting anyone. I'm simply listening to what he has to say. And what I certainly won't be supporting is someone who admits to lying for the past 2 years with the intention of doing it indefinitely. Tweet T said, FFG is not a victim. She scammed you and everyone for thousands while lying to your face that BBJ was striving and frolicking in the grass. And then they said, are you mentally confused? I think there's some people that are just so into the cult, they can't see their way out and they're fine with her. Like FFG could go commit murder and they would be like, oh, but she donates to animals. Tweet T said, the reign of the Gorl gang attacking everyone is done. We see you as idiots that were scammed for 2 years and without receipts are happy to continue being scammed. You are all losers. Yeah, Gorl gang, if you're listening, we don't care anymore about you. Your power has been taken. Honestly, we'd have to respect you or the person you follow. And I don't think there's very many people left that do respect FFG or you. So there's that. Bubbles and Cheek said, is it possible FFG is waiting out the statute of limitations on her crime before she speaks on it? Does Canada work that way too? Ryan said, I've been digging into it. I'm making a deep dive into her. In Canada, charges for fraud, S308, theft by deceit, S334B, obtaining money by false pretense, S3621, given the amounts involved, can be charged decades later as long as evidence exists. Oh. Meaning they can be prosecuted. Okay, the charges you listed, fraud, S380, theft by deception, S334B, and obtaining money by false pretense, S3621, are hybrid offenses in Canada. Meaning they can be prosecuted either as a summary conviction or an indictable offense. That's why she can't say when BBJ died. That's why. She's making it sound like there's something legal going on, like she's going after her brother. No, she could get charged with fraud. The Crown proceeds as an indictable offense. There is no statute of limitations and charges can be laid at any time. If the Crown proceeds as a summary conviction offense, the charge must be laid within 12 months of the alleged incident as per Criminal Code 7862. The Crown typically chooses how to proceed based on the seriousness of the case, often determined by the value of what was obtained. For example, offenses involving more than $5,000 are usually indictable. Well, she's fucked. Free the People said FFG should just go away. It's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse. Yep. Yeah, no statute of limitation. She's fucked. Well, FFG, this is what I know. You're a terrible criminal. Usually people doing things wrong that they could be charged with. Stop fighting with people. Stop yapping. Stop drawing attention to themselves. But bitch, keep going live. Keep talking. Make things worse for yourself. When did BBJ pass? Oh, you can't say because you might go to jail. Yikes. Joe Rainbow said, after scamming Girl World viewers for $500,000, FFG wants them to spend more of their money during the holidays, but they can't ask her when the cat died. It's none of their business. 2 years later, and she expects us to believe that she still has $500K to refund. Get the fuck out of here. That money's spent. Ryan said, oh, come on, though. She's saintly. She donated $14,000, a drop in the bucket whenever you make as much as she did. I'm really surprised about the number of people that are backing this alleged criminal up. It's because they're part of the cult, and it's going to be really hard to get them to see the light. Yeah, DeRay's Doctillion said, bitch only managed 10 minutes and 24 seconds. And I didn't hear, and I'm sorry, in any of that 10 minutes. How about you out there? Did you hear that? I'm Montoya, assuming it's similar to America. Small claims court caps at 10K, and I'm assuming it's more than that totaled. People were guesstimating like around 500,000. They have to back her up. They're financially invested now, which I know in the States that would be a felony, right? Sucks to be FFG. Queen Jellybean said twice now your type 2 uncontrolled smoker's voice has came online for 10 minutes and still ain't gave the date. When the fuck did the cat die? Nobody gives a fuck about what you've been fake advised. Either address your motherfucking lies or kick rocks, ho. Dorky Shitstain said, oh, fuck off, FFG. That's how I feel. Fuck off. W's World said, I'm just going to post this because I want us to remember what he said. Slaw said, I see how the chat insulting me after you cry victim to them and you make them imagine how bad I am after you threaten to destroy my house. So evil and dangerous you are. Well, we told you so, Slaw. We said she was evil and whatever. I guess you had to learn the hard way. Foodie Beauty, why do you want to go back to a man who thinks you're evil? Narcissist Girl said, saw this in the Facebook group. I have to go be a normal person now. October 2025. If y'all don't stop being mean, I swear I'll quit YouTube and get a real job. Don't push me. Y'all will regret it. November 2025. YouTube won't pay me anymore, so now I'm forced to get a real job. It's scary and I know nothing. Please give me even a penny and I'll be forever grateful. Beck said, I honestly believe Amber received a warning or notice but ignored it, thinking she would skate through unharmed. They don't give you a notice when they demonetize you. Just one day you check your channel and you notice that it's gone. And then they kind of give you a list of reasons you might have been demonetized, may or may not. Like they'll say things that you should do, like be more transformative, whatever else. And then you have 90 days to fix those. But yeah, they don't, I mean, at least they didn't give me a warning, and I haven't heard of anybody else getting a warning. Anyways, her dog had surgery Friday, and Saturday she was out at bingo. This turned up on Reddit. I can't, I make the picture bigger. There we go. Wow. When you have to sit 20 feet away from the table. Oh, look at this one. Okay, but this looks fun. I want to go to glow-in-the-dark bingo. Seriously. Wow. Well, 10K steps, here I motherfucking come. Every time I see them, I'm like, no. Do you see where laziness gets people? Creatrix said, everyone in the pic except Our Lady of Demonetization looks genuinely shiny with nice looks on their faces. Old Kermadungeon, whatever that is. In the corner just looks like she needs the money. I don't know. Maybe glow in the dark bingo is better because they can't really see her. Maybe she feels more confident there. Someone said that outfit straight from recording that nasty TikTok fake bouncing on a dick. I am so glad I didn't see that. Oh, this is it. Apparently she was fake bouncing on a dick. Well, I won't be searching for that. There are some things in life that I just don't need to see, and that's one of them. All right, let's see. Sea Liquor said, I'm sure the dog is done alone after surgery with the cone and elderly. How do you go out and enjoy yourself after your dog just had surgery? So is that a lie? She should do, hey, Mare, we need a side-by-side with Rosie of the arms. Okay, I'll do that later. I'll do a side-by-side. Yeah, Rosie is definitely bigger than Amber. Amber's got a smaller arm than Rosie. Not that her arm's small, it's just not as massive. Kelly said, who does QLR remind you of? I'll give you a hint. Somebody she claims she hates and is nothing like at all.
The chat right now is a perfect example of why I don't talk about being a diabetic anymore. The second it comes up, people think they're MD.
Chantal.
Good night, Mouse. And I'm not engaging in the topic further, so you can change the topic now.
Do you rage when you eat your bologna sandwich out there?
So. Oh, you get to go now, just because honestly I find you very annoying. Bye-bye.
She thinks she's so cute. It's kind of funny. She sounds like Chantal. Tracy said, Porky Beauty, talking about not talking about the beatus while shoving food in her gullet while blocking people. How's that? I'm going to cure my beatus working out for you, Porky. I need that car rant clip if anyone has it. Was it Rosie's car rant or Chantal's? Hold on. And I said, it's the superiority and power complex these girls get that makes them unwatchable. For me, I not only watch her through 2 reaction channels, and I'm usually not really listening to Rosie or Amber stuff. I just want to see what happens to Chantal and how her story ends. Yeah, I check in and out of Rosie. I don't know that I could do like 3 hours of this woman eating, but she is more entertaining than Chantal. I'll say that. Oh, if you need an elf on the shelf idea, just find a shelf butt. There you go. I will never get over this picture. I mean, wow is just the word of the day. Wow. Huh. Happy December 1st, by the way. Alabama Chopstick said the Ballad of Bad Decisions. Oh, it's a 3-minute long clip. Okay, I'm excited for this.
Mama, he smelled like a wave. Old shawarma dreams and a Visa heartache. Mama said run, but I ran too late. Sweet bean, that boy smelled like fate in Kuwait. He took me driving past the Burger King sign. Said, baby, get in, this hopper's divine. But all I saw were red flags and neon lights, and the way he scratched his ball bag every night. Fried chicken king, do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, that was blowing.
Loving a man built a cheating regret and nicotine. Tones of edibles to my pain. I'm covered with ketchup stain.
I like this song.
There was a cat with no name sitting sad on the floor, whispering, girl, turn around, straight for the door. But shawarma hits hard, knocks sense off your plate. Lord, why'd I have to tempt fate? I smell just like Kuwait.
I thoroughly enjoyed this song. She took the food home from her brother for Thanksgiving gathering and proceeded to eat her brother's food. Yeah, people were saying she has food issues in her house, that she takes her brother's food too and controls like his groceries that he purchases. All right, who is visiting Foodie Beauty? Do you guys think it's anime sex, Tinder date, family, or Salah's sister? Tinder date for me, but I don't know. Probably. Maybe her mom. I don't know. We're going to see. Family. Oh, Halino said it's too late food. Show you the world, but you're out here trying to play stoner just to keep the charade alive, but all the time calling, texting, checking social media, knowing it's too late to get him back into her life. It is too late, Foodie. You're all alone. How we said you would be. London Rain said FFG said that she took BBJ to the vet every 3 months. If that's true, then why didn't a doctor catch the issue earlier? Is she lying about taking BBJ to the vet, or how often she took BBJ to the vet? Why not say the date of BBJ's death? Where is proof? And then they said FFG was caught lying, so why not bring any receipts, proof, show receipts of vet visits? Or are we supposed to believe a liar? Tell me again how she's different from Chantal. At the moment, they're identical. It's not hard. Show proof if you're telling the truth. She can't show it. She's a cow now. FFG is a cow. Yaba said strawberry douche, the most racist, anti-Semitic Kiwi farmer in FFG's comments. You can't make this shit up. They wrote onward with a heart. Farrah said you should totally do a who's who and match them with their words and faces. If the greater community knew what that weirdo was up to and who she hangs around with, it would open a lot of eyes. I've been asked to do it, but you have the audience. Raised Octillion said FFG feels protected. Tweet, he said FFG is supporting the biggest bigot that has not just been anti-Semitic, but has used the N-word a bazillion times. There is a video out there I have watched of Strawberry Douche saying the N-word over and over, but these are FFG's friends. We're supposed to believe she's an amazing person. Someone said onward, and then a strawberry and fuck you emoji. Red said, oh, she and FFG definitely work together. In fact, they are besties. Tweet, he said, FFG accused Yaba and the support group of being Nazis, but this piece of bigoted scum is who supports her now. Make it make sense. I wish I could. I mean, you are who you surround yourself with. So, I mean, FFG is showing us who she is. We have to believe her at this point. Tracy said they look very similar here. They do. Amberlynn's a little smaller, but not by much. Once again, don't forget FFG had no problem releasing BBJ's vet documentation to defame Chantal, but now she won't release even a date. Interesting. I think Rosie just outarmed Amber. Definitely Mayor. And that's saying something. Hey, Sunshine. Hello. I feel like I just missed somebody. Hold on. JD, hello. Rosie is an ass. Yeah, I don't like her. Raised Dactylian said, when at not Franchi, yeah, which is Frenchie. Yes, I know I'm blocked. Just sending this into the void. You scumbag. She's listening. Buttered Crumpet said, where the fuck is Chantal? 2 days and no lives? This smells like a bad decision, cutie. What are you doing, big girl? Kelly said Amberlynn was at bingo on Saturday, leaving poor Twinkie home alone. She's even said in the past that she'll be gone for at least 8 hours when she goes to bingo. But go ahead, tell us again how you're not an animal abuser, I guess is supposed to be the last part. I just don't get how you leave your dog after it just had surgery for 8 hours to play bingo. While that does look like a fun time, Twinkie probably needed you more. So were you lying about her surgery? Was it a surgery like her nail was grown into her paw pad or something? That I believe. I saw the length of her nails. Season said, how freaking difficult is it to answer the when part of when BBJ rest easy sweetheart passed away question? Like, what the fuck, FFG? Answer the damn question already. Stop dancing around it. She can't answer because then she could go to jail for a very long time. I guess Rosie says that she can't go for walks on her street because it's too uneven and not safe to walk. But like, look at where, I don't know who she's with. Look at where they have her walking. I mean, I could be wrong, but wouldn't this be considered uneven and not safe if you're at risk for falling? I think the difference is there's a dude walking with her. I don't know. We hear about Chantal's sciatica and back problems nonstop, but she went down a whole ass hill for Salah and a promise of food. The sidewalk of her street is too uneven to safely walk down without a rollator, but this is no problem. And Miss T said, QLR, you're such a fucking fraud and grifter. I hope you trip and fall, fatty. I thought she was in so much pain that it keeps her up at night and wakes her up from a deep sleep. Sammy said, it took that dumb, lame ass bitch, which is FFG, over 1 week to come up with, I can't talk about certain things for legal reasons. LMFAO, yeah, I bet your defense attorney told you to shut the fuck up. That's what I believe happened. And Yaba said, after having time to think about everything that absolute scumbag said yesterday, I believe 100% BBJ was neglected and suffered through her final months and days. It's gut-wrenching that the poor cat never stood a chance with either of those wicked sisters. Rest in peace, BBJ. Maybe your story will stop this from ever happening again. I feel so bad for BBJ. She went from one monster right to another. But I do think that God doesn't like ugly, and I think that he doesn't like people who are mean to his creatures and animals, and anything he's created. And I know that all the people who wronged BBJ, I know justice will happen for them. Whether it's in the next life or this life, I don't know, but God won't let that slide. Nope. Bun said, yo, asshole, yo mama ask for, okay, I retweeted this because it's funny. Apparently, yo mama is stealing this person's thumbnails. They said, yo, asshole, yo mama ask permission to use people's art before just making it your thumbnail. You didn't even ask the first time, and I told you you aren't welcome to it, especially when you don't credit people. I guess this is what he stole. Crybaby fry girl, the zero accountability girl. It's always someone else's fault. So they did tell him, though, if he wanted to steal artwork, that they created these for him. Hold on, I got to scroll up a bit. Oh, look at this one. Wow. Do you see the two people at the top? And I guess this is supposed to be Yo Mama. Yo Mama, patron saint of 2 fat cows. There you go. They said you can feel free to use those ones. Oh, you guys, did you know you can make potato ducks? And I think we all need to make them. Look at this. Hold on. Oh, I gotta turn the song off. I think it's this little duck gadget. They're so cute. I don't know, for Christmas, everybody's going to have potato ducks. That's what they're going to have. All right, let me see if there's anything else I need to show you guys right now. It's a lot of people mad at FFG, right? Like, a lot of people. Tara Lee said, giving a link to the ASPCA doesn't prove that you're a good person, FFG. You're deplorable for using animal welfare as a way to deflect and manipulate. Again, this isn't coming from your heart. It's a tactic and it's gross. From a true animal lover, fuck all the way off. Senorita said, French fried fraudulently fatty stole from you guys and then had the audacity to get back in your face, gaslight you, and ask for more of your money. That's equivalent to someone spitting in your face. Pretty much. Taylor talks said, and she's still scamming. Raised Octillion said, bitch only managed 10 minutes and 24 seconds. Let's see. Oh, I was walking this morning before I streamed. What time was this? 8:06. So this is my step so far. I gotta make a lot more happen because I have it in my head that I have to hit 10K steps today. Okay. So it is what it is. I'm gonna hit it. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe I could watch the Housewives and walk at the same time. And then it won't even feel like work. All right. Before we go, I want to search the Foodie Beauty hashtag and see if there's anything that we need to talk about right this second. Let's see. I can tell what I've witnessed in another community about 7 years back. About 6K made off 2 creators fake fighting, dragging their loyal subscribers into it, only to discover they were in cahoots to make a buck. Was it Shannon Rose? I don't know. That's the one that stands out in my head. She was always fake fighting with people. And then people got sick of it. And then they exposed her for a lot of her past content. I mean, that's all I can really say on here. And now she doesn't have as much support as she used to. On that note, you guys, go move your butt. Go be productive. I know I'm going to do those things. I need to give myself a pep talk. I don't know. My cure-all is I put on a really good song that gets me wanting to dance or move or something. So that'll be my way to talk myself into it. Or hopefully there'll be something really gossipy or cheesy or trashy I could watch. I don't know. He left Gorl World for Lol Cow Universe, but he still streams sometimes, right? Yeah, he left Gorl World to be employed by the man that he called a pedophile, which is so weird to me. I don't think I'll ever get over that. He called Keemstar and Mike PDFs, and then they gave him Employee of the Month, and they gave him a show. So he's either fine working for PDFs, or those people are really what they were called. Because how do you pay somebody who calls you that, right? It's like at that point, you're just saying, yes, I am, and I'm proud, right? Right? Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I guess we'll wait and see what Foodie does today. If she goes live with the health update or she's out or something or in Syria, we'll definitely hop on and snipe. And if nothing happens, we'll come do a gossip stream tomorrow too. And we'll just shit talk the stuff on Twitter. But thank you to my amazing mods and Breezy Bunch members. And I hope you guys have a beautiful Monday, a happy Monday. Make good memories and good choices. And I will see you in the next live stream. Goodbye, everybody.